Back with Gabby Romero. How you doing, Gabby?
Pretty good, you?
I'm doing all right. You're coming off of a big win, LFA, kicking off a TV card on Access TV, up in Minnesota. What was that experience like for you?
It was a blast. Had fun. A little crazy, but fun.
A little crazy? What was the craziness?
Actually, I don't even think I told anybody, but literally the morning of, Delta Airlines told me I was 5 minutes too late to check my bag. So they stopped my whole ticket, literally. And so they considered my ticket a no-show, so I couldn't even get to Minnesota. So I had to buy my own ticket and have them reimburse me later. But finding a flight out there for the weight cut and everything was nuts. And then just the casino and everything and all the snow. There was no Uber. Like literally middle of nowhere. So it was cool.
It was a different experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the fight itself?
It was fun. I mean, it went the way I thought it was going to. So.
Nothing surprised you?
Not really. I knew she was going to come out pretty aggressive and try to keep distance. So, and I actually fought on a broken foot. So Latrell and Ray didn't want me standing too much. So I just jabbed my way in and got in.
Got on the inside, got the choke in, couple adjustments, and it was over. Yeah. So went as planned?
Pretty much. I kind of wanted an arm, but I had too much control, so I was trying to be good.
So you wanted an arm while
well,
it was
naturally,
going?
I love arm bars, so, but I switched it up for once.
And you got the finish still, quick night of work. What was your reaction going home afterwards and listening back to your fight? That was interesting from my perspective watching at home.
Yeah, I don't quite know what Pat Militic and I forgot the other guy's name.
Michael Chiavello.
Yeah, I don't quite know what they were thinking on that one, really. I mean, I guess I'm unassuming and I don't seem like a fighter, but I mean, anyone who looks me up or knows.
You were gonna get smashed is what they said.
I
man.
know.
You were the underdog, underdog of underdogs.
I know. I think I looked up online and it was like I had a 5% chance of winning. So
you're
it's
some little
funny.
brown belt.
I know. I'm a little brown belt. I'm a nobody.
So. You know, that's like right after white belt is how they're making it sound. Oh, she might have been on the ground for 6 or 7 years.
I know. It was entertaining. I laughed. Everybody was kind of pissed over it, but I laughed at it. So.
Well, I thought you were pissed off. You went then on Facebook and you're like, what does it mean that I look unassuming? And I even had to throw it. I'm like, you look unassuming.
I'm wondering because everybody just takes me for not who I am. I guess. I don't know. I mean, like I said, the people who know, but
have you ever been at a weigh-in when you were fighting on a male and female card and looked at some of the dudes and thought, these guys look a little insane. They got some killer in their eyes.
Yeah.
And you don't. So I'm like, there's some women out there that even have that a little more. But you're smiling, you're laughing. The consummate, but still, you don't look like that cage fighter wrecking machine, I guess. So they take that as... You look more like the girl they would say, she's a housewife and a soccer mom who somehow just found the cage and got into it.
I get past one of those, I guess. So, hey, yeah. I mean, I'd rather be that way. I want to have fun fighting. I don't want to go in there pissed off. Even whenever I think you've seen me compete. Half the time you see me laughing or, like, goofing off or just actually talking to the crowd or my people. Like, it's the way I am.
Do you think in the MMA setting, with how intense that is, that laid backness can piss off your opponent?
Maybe.
That you're taking this too lightly?
Maybe, but I don't take it too lightly. I think my focus is more on the training itself. I don't have to go in pissed off. I'd rather go in calm and reserved, but technical. I don't want to just go in there and just pissed off and just go blazing.
You've transitioned over somewhat to the MMA world from your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu roots.
Yeah.
And how do you look at them different? A BJJ match versus what goes into an MMA fight?
As far as the preparation or
just like what it is versus one is an art and the other one is a battle more. How do you look at it?
Honestly, I don't really look at it that different. I mean, everybody thinks MMA is so much different, but I think again, with the preparation, it's knowing your opponent, knowing what they tend to go for, how they react. And again, my big matches with BJJ, I still look at my opponent and I know, so I treat it the same way. I don't think I compete any different than I fight. I'm still very technical, and I don't get more angry or more pissed off. I fight the same way as I roll.
And is there a mindset difference because of the fact that there's punching, there is striking, it's a little bit different realm? Is there a different mindset heading in?
Maybe I'm a little bit more careful of where I tend to go with my BJJ as far as the MMA is concerned. As far as Latrell and Mark goes, they don't want me playing like my Brimblow or my inverted game. They don't want as many leg locks maybe because of positions you can wind up in.
And get punched in the face?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've changed my BJJ for MMA a little bit, but I still set things up essentially the same way. I don't treat it that different. It's still controlled, it's still positioning, and I still flow into things. I don't force it too much.
And then, outside of competing, but when you compete, we've seen you in the MMA realm, and Pete, I think they even made note of this on the telecast, you like to compete wearing the pants. Is there a difference?
Honestly, I'm more comfortable in them. I don't like the super short MMA girl shorts. Like, the guys get the longer ones and the girls all get these short booty shorts, and I'm just not into it. I compete in leggings. I like to fight in leggings. And actually, LFA told me I couldn't do that next time. And I don't really understand why. I don't think there's an advantage or a disadvantage to it.
So are we trying to look for some long shorts now for you is what it is?
I guess. I just like it better. I don't have to worry about pulling them down or going up too high. I'm comfortable. And I want to be the more modest fighter. I've got girls that I teach, teenagers, and again, being an example, I want to actually do what I preach.
Being a role model in that way of not using the sex appeal factor?
No, I never wanted to do that, and I will never do that. There's compromises, but that one, no.
Too much?
Yeah.
And now, so have you been thinking about, like, what you're going to try to find for the next fight? Because they said you can't.
Well, that was LFA. That was LFA. I don't know about the next fight, really. I should actually probably ask them.
Right, you're going to be out with the California Commission. Yeah. It's a different playing field. It's like, so you have like a backup pair just in case?
Yeah, I'll bring a backup pair, and I've already messaged my sponsor about that. But it's not really the commission. It was more so the organization as far as the leggings or the pants concerned is.
And now transitioning, picking up another fight right away, and I heard something about a black tie MMA event, and you're taking on the spouse of a UFC vet. So fill us in here.
Yeah, so it's Smash Global. I think it's called like the Golden Globe Gala or something like that. They're honoring some MMA veteran into the Hall of Fame, I think. I'm not sure who. I've gotten a hint, but I haven't gotten confirmation, so I can't say it. But no, it should be good. It's for charity. There's like a dinner. It's by plate, tables, and all that jazz. But it should be a good thing. It'll be fun. And I've heard there's going to be some major people there. It's a Hollywood scene, so it'll be good.
Opportunity is knocking, and you're taking advantage of this one.
Yeah.
And your opponent's going to be?
Maya Stevenson. It's Joe Daddy Stevenson's wife.
And from what we've heard, she's a striker, you're a grappler. It's classic MMA.
Pretty much. I think almost everybody I've ever been matched up against is mostly striker. I don't think there's as many grapplers, per se, really, yet.
So you think you have that these are the matchups you're getting, that's what's out there in the landscape?
For a while, I think so.
And then, never able to take a moment's rest. Tell us about how full the rest of your plate is, because I know there's more than just one fight ahead of you.
Yeah. You know me too well, Micah. So there should be one, which I can't say either, in March and April.
We're talking competitions here?
No, MMA.
MMA.
MMA. And then there's big stuff lined up after that, which I can't say anything on. But that's March and April. I've got Pan Americans in California in mid-March. And I think I just booked a seminar in New York, 1st of March. I think so. And what else? I've got ADCC trials in April. And I've got tournaments lined up for my students, both in March and April. And then I've got EBI in July. So it's a little crazy.
Unassuming, but it's not going to be that way for long, the way you're trying to tear up the combat sports scene. We can't even say the MMA scene right now.
Yeah.
The goal 2017, Gabby Romero to be known?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, you can say it louder than that, though.
Yeah.
It's one of those things,
It's gonna be, so, yeah.
Okay, and then I don't think we've ever bring it up before. The Kraken?
Yeah, so it actually, it kind of started with Tim Sosa. Whenever I was rolling with him, he used to call me the human octopus. So if you ever really watch me roll, and it was pretty actually evident in the fight itself, I use hooks a lot. And I'm really good at just latching on the limbs. So hence the Kraken.
And you really embraced that nickname.
Yeah, I like it.
You like it. feels it
Yeah,
fits.
no, it fits my gym. It fits.
And then also, recently, can bring that up too, the gym has had a little bit of a move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell us about that.
Well, as we just discussed, my schedule is insane. So, I mean, between the traveling for both my tournaments, my students' tournaments, flying and teaching seminars, then the MMA fights, training with my coach in California, training actually with anybody that I need to work with out of state, which I do. It's just very hard to manage doing the gym alone and handling it all by myself and going from gym to gym to gym and then doing my strength and conditioning, then going over here for mitts, then going back to teach. And I was just halfway doing everything. And it wasn't fair to me, and it's not fair to my students. So I compromised the schedule a bit. I don't teach as many classes, but I'm very more focused when I do teach. And it's just a lot easier because I can just go to my regular strength and conditioning gym or my trainer in Santa Fe, work with him, and then I'm here all day. And I can focus.
So your gym is now molded into Latrell
It is.
MMA and fitness.
It is still separate as far as it. I'm gi based. I'm under Mark Bradford and Alberto Crane. So my affiliation is a legitimate BJJ.
Still Club A, Hollywood, BJJ.
It is.
But for at least right now, the program is located inside this
It is
facility.
located in here. For the way my life is right now, it needs to be.
This is crazy. You globetrotter, you go-getter. I'm going to let you go so that you can go take a nap. Great talking to you always, Gabby.
Thank you, Micah.